Get out of the way, get out of the way.
Get out of the way, get out of the way.
That's 10-4. It is a subject on fire.
I know. I'm trying to just get him out.
Thank God, man. They couldn't save him.
That's State Senator Jeff Van Drew of Atlantic County. Watching the video we brought you last week, the dash cam footage that shows Charles Ingram III literally burning alive outside the VA in Northfield on March 19th.
It's indicative of the problem that we have. There are some veterans who need help and need services, and they're just not able to access it rapidly enough. There was a poor lost soul, a veteran who really needed help, obviously, and just didn't get that help.
Senator Van Drew is an advocate for veterans, and he also knows of what he speaks. His day job is a dentist, and when he was a young resident, he worked in the VA system. So he got to see all of this up close and firsthand. Van Drew has even written to the Secretary of Veterans Affairs, Bob McDonald, after finding out about Ingram's death, to see if there's reforms that could be made in the VA that could stop horrible cases like this, and even the almost run-of-the-mill lack of care that these veterans get that's almost become a trademark of the VA system. Van Drew specifically says that in South Jersey, which he represents, the biggest VA hospital is in Wilmington, Delaware, and these satellite facilities have to care for the veterans who have a long way to go in order to get their care.
Some of these are sick folks. Some of them are much older veterans who really need help, and that's just too far away.
Now, the senator also says that he's got a plan to change the way the VA operates. Let the veterans go to their primary care facility and have the VA pay for their care, kind of like your insurance company does. And he's trying to get federal legislation on the books to make that permanent, but the state can't do it on its own.
They don't have enough providers. They don't have enough access. So what we believe is better from so many different ways would be for a veteran to have a card that would entitle them to go to their local hospital, their community hospital, and get the care they need from people they know close by.
The state senator wants a pilot program in South Jersey to explore this, but acknowledges that there's resistance because it would really be the end of the VA as we know it. As you know, Bill, in D.C., once you get turf, you try to protect it. That's the nature of bureaucracy, and it might take a real shakeup in the VA bureaucracy to help veterans like Charles Ingram who needed it.
They don't have the money right now to do what they're supposed to be doing. How are they then going to subsidize everybody going to their primary care? I'm not saying it's a bad idea, I don't know. The VA's had problems with combat veterans coming back, they can't get care, waiting lists. I mean, we've all heard the horror stories.
But as you pointed out before, Bill, that outsourcing can actually be cheaper than an employee. It's kind of like shared services in a town.
The Veterans Administration has been a bureaucratic mess for decades.
Well, the government is a bureaucratic mess and has been for a long time. It's certainly got arguably worse under this administration. But that said, I would argue, why does the government need to be in the hospital business at all?